The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to today's Division of ODI informational session. We have James Scales with us from the Division of ODI who will be opening up our session. James, it's all yours.
Thank you. Get my slides ready.
We're seeing it in presenter mode, so if you could click on that display settings there in the middle and swap the views out for us, please. Perfect, thanks.
Thank you. Okay, welcome everyone to the Ohio Department of Transportation Division of ODI 2022 virtual information session set for today. We will talk to you today about projects that are upcoming this year that are $20 million and over. And this is to provide information about those particular projects from the project managers. We are working with our department, or the Department of Business and Economic and Opportunity, or with CEI. There are supposed services. They will be assisting us in a future matchmaker. I just wanted to provide them a slide and information of who we're working with that will help you match DBEs with the primes on the information that you will hear today. But first and foremost, I'd like to state ODOT's mission. We are here to provide easy movement of people and goods from place to place. And in order to do that, we'll take care of what we have, look to make our system better, our infrastructure better, and improve safety and enhance capacity. Please remember to move over if you do pass workers on your highway systems or on your state routes. If you see workers that are wearing vests, please be safe, slow down, move over. As mentioned, I'm with the Ohio the Department or the Division of Opportunity, Diversity, and Inclusion, or ODI, which is led by Deputy Director Lauren Purdy. We have 3 offices within that division: the Office of Business and Economic Opportunity. Sound a little tongue-tied a little earlier saying that, but it is administered by Deborah Green, where they do DBE and SBE certification. They offer they look at DBE reporting and edge goal setting. They also, again, provide our supportive services in connection with CEI, so that office, their connection is through that office. They also offer on-the-job training programs. Then we have another Office of Civil Rights and Compliance led by Kathleen LaPlace, which is the administrator there, which they look at prevailing wage, certified payroll. They do cuff monitoring. They look at the ADA Section 504 compliance, and also Title VI, which is the Civil Rights Act of 1964. So looking into the compliance of that as well. Again, I am with the Office of Outreach, and we are administered by Lynn Stevens. So we, in that office, we do statewide, regional, and district certifications or connections with those certifications, and we're a resource for DBE, SBE, MBE, EDGE, veteran, or the resources to get you certified in those particular programs and the other programs that may be partnered with ODOT. We also do business and community connections. We also provide webinars, workshops, and events. We also look at workforce diversity and inclusion. So the projects that we will be focusing on today are those listed to the left, and the estimated amounts for which they will talk more specifically on the amounts for those particular projects. But I've listed these featured projects in order of let dates or sell dates. So I'll let the project managers speak directly about those projects. So what you should consider if you're interested in working on these projects with primes, then you must consider the pre-qualification or how primes may use you within their utilization plan if you're a DBE. So there's the pre-qualification and certification information. If you look at our website under pre-qualifications or doing business and get to the pre-qualification and certification information, please recognize that a sub can do up to 1 million in any given year without being pre-qualified, except for work types 26, 57, and 55. And as a pre-qualified subcontractor, the subcontractor must be included on the C92 by the prime contractor and approved by ODOT prior to performing any work. The subcontractor, as noted, must have a drug-free workplace safety program, or DFSP as this acronym, and place and approved approved by the Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation. So the subcontractor will need to provide proof that their policy has been approved by the OBWC along with their federal tax ID. The Bureau of Workers' Compensation will not issue the drug-free safety program until the workers' compensation is in place. I just wanted to note that. Once the subcontractor is put on the prime's site exchange list, it is sent to the Office of Contract Sales, and it is reviewed there. And when a DBE, we have someone specifically that looks at the DBEs if they get involved to look at their pre-qualification. If you need that contact, you can contact one of our outreach managers to assist you with that, or understand, where your pre-qualification application may lie. So then once it's approved, once that pre-qualification is approved, then there's another entity that will approve your business to be seen as pre-qualified for the contract. So once the subcontractor on the primes has been verified, once you as a subcontractor has been verified on that primes list, both the intake or the reviewers will then approve those list of vendors in the prime site exchange. If that sounds complicated, or again, if that's not very clear, you can go to the pre-qualification and certification placard on our website. So just to highlight what's coming up in the future events, we have the Civil Rights Transportation Symposium that is for April 25th, 26th. The theme is "The Future is Now" and is being held at COSI. We have currently the Dr. Frederick Burtley, who's the president and CEO of COSI, being one of our keynote speakers. There'll be other speakers and sessions at the Civil Rights Transportation Symposium. Note that it's a place to network and receive more information about the infrastructure bill and how to look at networking and working with other businesses. As noted, after our informational session, or in the near future, there will be the matchmaker that is relative to the projects that are being advertised today. That matchmaker will actually take place March 22nd from 1 to 4. We'll working with CEI. They will provide information to you about the matchmaker through their, and it'll be done through their system Accelerant. So it'll be more or less a speed dating or matching, or allowing the DBEs to talk to the prime specifically about the projects that are being talked about today. They can also be utilized to discuss how you may be able to place a bid in Bid Express. And they have a lot of great people to work with you on that and answer your questions about how to place a bid for the projects being advertised. Again, if you have any questions, here is a sheet shown of our outreach managers. We have Michelle Newman that's just currently come on board. She's in our Northwest Regional Districts 1, 2, and 3. Their contact information is listed. You can use their emails. Also, we have Lyair Marin Markham, who is our Northeast Regional Outreach Manager. She's in districts, sorry, here 11, 4, 11, and 12, as shown on the map. And then we have Lorraine Stevens, who's our Central Regional Outreach Manager for districts 5, 6, and 10, as shown and color coded as well. And then last, myself, James Scales. I'm your Southwest Regional Outreach Manager 4, 7, 8, and 9. And we're all led by Lynn Stevens, who's our administrator. So we're very grateful to Lynn to provide her information to us if we cannot be able to answer your questions. So I'd like to just note all our outreach managers. And I just, last but not least, thank you all for attending and those who are asking questions about attending this informational. So good luck, be prepared to take notes, and hope to talk to you soon.
Now we're going to move into the actual project presentations. Cindy, if you could introduce yourself.
All right, I think I'm ready to start. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Cindy Winkerter. I am the District 6 Design Engineer, and I'm here to speak today about the Franklin 70 22.61 project, PID 95639.
And Cindy, just so you know, we're not seeing your screen yet.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Okay. Shoot.
So if you want to go under sharing and hit the show button. We can see it great now. Thank you.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, again, I'm Cindy Winkerter, the District 6 Design Engineer, and I'm here to talk about the Franklin 70 22.61 project today. District 6 consists of 8 counties, and we're located in Central Ohio. We have a big construction program this year, and with 73 projects in construction with a total valued at $480 million. And I forgot to mention our district headquarters are in Delaware, Ohio. I wanted to take a minute just to introduce the project team. Again, I'm Cindy Wingerter. I am the project manager from ODOT for this project. I just recently took over this project upon the retirement of Dirk Kroos, who had been the PM for about 5 or 6 years on the design of this project. Ken Fertal works for HDR, and he is the consultant design project manager. And the ODOT construction area engineer is Tom Lau, and the construction project engineer is Natina Arif. The Franklin 70 22.61 project, is also known as the Far East Freeway Phase 1. This project was originally identified as part of the Far East Freeway study and is the first phase of 5 projects that will eventually make improvements out on the east side of Columbus. So this project we're talking about today is located on I-70 between the I-270 interchange and Bryce Road on the east side of Columbus. So this project, this is a rendering of the completed project that was done. This project will improve safety and congestion between I-270 and Bryce Road by separating freeway to freeway movements and local connections, and eliminating weaving in this section of on I-70. This project will also reduce mainline queuing on I-270 southbound. So on the right side of the screen, this is north this way. So this project will construct a new ramp from I-270 southbound to 70 east. And then it will also construct another smaller bridge. This is kind of on the left side of the screen, but out of the picture, onto I-270 northbound, crossing the railroad tracks. And this project will also reconfigure the I-70 eastbound ramps connections to Bryce Road and construct 2 new noise walls. So this project is currently out in advertising with a sale date of April 21st, 2022, with construction expected to begin this summer and construction to be complete in 2025. Currently, this project has an estimated construction cost of $63 million. Some of the large project work items include pavement. And as I mentioned, there are several bridges being constructed. One of the bridges is an 8-span continuous curved steel plate girder bridge with a length of 1,600 feet. And there's a second 3-span steel beam bridge with a length of 182 feet going to be constructed. There's also going to be an extension of a large culvert that includes, it's a double wide 8 by 22 precast concrete box, and the extension is going to be about 68 feet in length. There will be 3 MSE walls included in the construction, along with 2 retaining walls and 2 noise barriers. So I just wanted to highlight some of the pay items with the larger quantities in the roadway and pavement work. As you can see, there's going to be asphalt and concrete pavement. So the estimated cost is $13 million for the roadway and pavement work. As you can see from this slide, there's quite a bit of structural steel. The first one, the item 513 structural steel member level 5, that's for the continuous curved steel plate girder. We're estimating about 5.4 million pounds of structural steel for that bridge, and then the structural steel for the 3-span bridge is about 129,000 pounds, and in addition we have 2.4 million pounds of epoxy coated reinforcing steel, and as you can see, there are about 82,000 square feet for the MSE walls and 101,000 square feet for the noise barriers. So the estimated total for these work types is 32 million. The next item is drainage and erosion control. This includes the various conduits that will be replaced, erosion control, and the stormwater pollution prevention plan. The estimated cost for this work type is $5 million. There is also a little bit of sanitary sewer and water work. There will be a 12-inch water main that will be constructed, and also an 8-inch sanitary sewer line. There will also be a 24-inch steel pipe encasement that will be bored or jacked under the road. The estimated cost for these work types is $1 million. In addition, we will have pavement markings, signage, lighting, and signal poles. The estimated cost for the traffic control and lighting work is $3 million. And then maintenance of traffic has an estimated cost of $1.5 million. This project has a 10% DBE goal and contains the proposal note 13. And all bidders will need to submit a DBE utilization plan at the time of bid, setting forth the specific information demonstrating how the bidder will achieve the DBE goal. As I mentioned earlier, this project is currently out for advertising, and all of the information, including the plans and the proposal, can be found on ODOT's website on the contracts administration page. But if you have any pre-bid questions, there's a link in this slide that you can submit your pre-bid questions, and you're always welcome to reach our outreach manager for District 6, which is Lorraine Stevens, and her contact information is provided here. And thank you everybody for listening about and learning about the Franklin 7022.61 project. I didn't know if anybody had any questions at this time.
Cindy, we're not seeing any questions in the question box, but folks can still submit questions even after your presentation has concluded. So please feel free to drop your questions in the question box for either Cindy or any of our presenters that will be coming up. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yep. And now we're going to move over to Casey Young. Well,
Thank you, Victoria.
Yes.
So we had one question that was just provided.
Great. Good.
This message is for Cindy, I believe. Will there be any need for design engineering for this project?
No, I do not believe so.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
All right, Casey, if you'll introduce yourself, it's all yours.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Casey Young, and I'm the Capital Programs Administrator in District 2. This afternoon, I will be talking about our biggest construction project coming up in this season, and that is the Lucas 475 widening and 28 interchange. As James already mentioned, the ODOT mission is to provide easy movement of people and goods from place to place, and this project that I'm going to be discussing really embodies every element of our mission. We're doing resurfacing, which is taking care of what we have. We're installing a new interchange and adding a CD road, which makes our system work better. And we're also widening I-475, which improves safety and adds capacity. And this is exactly the type of project that we like to sell in District 2. If you don't know about District 2, we're located in Northwest Ohio. We're made up of 8 counties with over 3,800 lane miles and 950 bridges. We have a combined 11 county garages and outposts that house our maintenance staff. Our operating budget is typically around $50 million, and this season we plan to sell over 40 new construction projects, which will amount to over $180 million. And that does not include the larger carryover projects that we have going on along I-75. Getting into the Luke 475 project, let me first say that this project has 4 parts. There's the Lucas 475 widening, the 28 interchange, 2 mainline bridges over Monclova Road, and then also some resurfacing on Lucas 24. So we have more than a couple people who have been working on these projects. Julie Fahey is our overall ODOT project manager. John Bittinger, he was our in-house designer for the 475 widening. The area engineer will be Brian French, and then Dan Kelsey will be our project engineer. They both just got finished up with the Door Street project to the north, and it's looking really good operationally, and they did a great job managing that project. So the transition to this project is going to be pretty seamless. So that's really good. Craig Hebebrand with Arcadis was the project manager for the 28 interchange, and then Tetra Tech designed the 2 mainline bridges. Here's the general project location on the west side of the loop around Toledo. This is the last section of Luke I-475 on the west side that has not been widened. So we're really looking forward to having this completed. On the right side of the screen there, you'll see an aerial of the project with north being to the far right. So on the right-hand side of that aerial is the Salisbury-Dussel interchange, and then the 28 interchange there is to the left, which is a divergent diamond interchange. And here you can see really just the overall location of the project and what's proposed. This is the location of the 28 interchange, and here is the conceptual for that. The diverging diamond interchange, which will be very similar to the one that we have in Perrysburg. Back to the overall view, circled are the 2 mainline bridges over Monclova. Here's a aerial that gets a little bit closer there with north being up, and you can see it's going to be a little bit tricky with the railroad running under there. We also have a hospital to the east of those bridges, which have some maintenance of traffic notes in the project. And I talked about this already, but the purpose of the project is to widen I-475 to 3 lanes in each direction and then construct the new interchange at 20A. Again, the 4 parts of the project include the widening of 475, the 20A interchange, widening 2 mainline bridges over Monclova Road, and then the resurfacing on US 24 from the Maumee Corp line to Monclova Road. With a project of this size, there'll be a lot more work types than what I have listed, but here are a few to note. We'll have full depth pavement along existing I-475 and obviously new full depth pavement for the widening. We'll also have noise walls along a portion of the project and the new interchange, widened mainline bridges, and then highway lighting and a lot of resurfacing. The sale date is sitting at April 28th of this year with award on May 9th. Construction is estimated to last 2.5 years and current estimated cost is around $94 million. I have a few quantities and costs in the next few slides that I'll go over quickly. Roadway and pavement costs are around $10.8 million, which includes the quantities that are noted here, mainly flexible asphalt pavement. There are 4 structures on the project. We'll have the 2 20A bridges for the new interchange and then 2 mainline bridges over Monclova Road. Those are estimated around $11.7 million. And then when you throw in the almost 10,000 feet of noise wall, we're going to be sitting around $17.22 million for the structures work. Here's some drainage and erosion control estimate, right around $4.9 million for just the various culverts and drainage structures along the project. The traffic control items listed here at a cost of just over $5 million. With the diverging diamond interchange, there's some substantial signal and signing work, so that's where a majority of that work is going to be at. MOT is estimated around $12.5 million, and MOT is definitely going to be substantial since we're dealing with the interstate. That's our big project for the season, and we're very excited to get going. If you have any questions or if you want to stop by sometime, this is our address in Bowling Green along with our phone number. I want to thank everybody for attending today to hear about what we have going on this year in Northwest Ohio. And I'll take any questions now, or again, you can put them in the chat box and I'll get to them later on. Thank you.
Sounds good. I'm just double checking the question box right now. We have a few that are coming in. So the one I see first in here is, assuming we, as potential subprime bidders, will need to provide bids to bidding primes, how would we obtain a list of potential primes, outreach manager, bid walk notes, addendums, etc.? And they said, thank you.
That I don't know if somebody from ODI have an answer to that question.
Certainly, Casey. Or could you repeat the question, please, Victoria? I want to make sure I cover all of them.
Sure. They want to know how would they obtain a list of potential primes?
So if you like to obtain a list of primes, you can utilize our Office of Contracts site, where if there are primes bidding, you can look up in our there's index of upcoming projects, where it'll utilize a system where you can look at those particular primes, or if there's Bid Express, if you have an account to Bid Express, you can potentially access if there's any primes that are bidding there as well. For this particular area, definitely contact your outreach manager after this session, and they can assist with showing you how to get access to that particular site and get the information that you need.
And Casey, you also had the same question that Cindy had. Any design engineering needed for this project?
Sure, great question. At this point, we don't see that need.
Okay, that's all the questions we have in the question box right now. So we're going to go ahead and move to our next presenter, who's Stephanie Otten. I'm going to make her the presenter.
Victoria,
Yes, Cindy.
I just wanted to add that you can find the list of plan holders at the construction administration webpage. It's the same webpage where you find where to submit your pre-bid questions. You can see a list of the prime contractors that have, received a copy of the plan. So that's another place you can check to see who's thinking about bidding on the project.
Great information. Thanks, Cindy.
You're welcome.
All right, and Stephanie, we've got you loaded up here on the screen. If you'll go up to the top in the middle and click on display settings and swap the views out.
Okay.
Perfect.
There we go. Does that look better?
It hasn't changed for me yet.
Huh.
Try it again.
Let me try this one more time.
There we go. It looks great. And maybe pull your microphone down just a tad because we're getting a lot of breathing on there.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. All right.
Well, hi, I am Stephanie Otten. I am the ODOT project manager of the HAM 75 7.85 project. So this project is in District 8, which consists of 7 counties. Of our 7 counties, this project is in Hamilton County. So I am the project manager, the ODOT project manager on this project. Kelly Wessels will be the construction area engineer on the project. Sam Byer will be the construction project engineer. And Abby Cueva is the project manager with the designer, EMH&T. So as I mentioned, this project is in Hamilton County, and generally speaking, it is the widening of I-75 between the Norwood Lateral, which is State Route 562, up to Ronald Reagan, which is State Route 126. We'll be adding a 4th lane in each direction. So here on this slide and the next 2 slides, I have the schematic plan sheets shown. This project is currently being advertised, so to see a complete set of a complete plan set of the project, you can go and download that plan set to see these in greater detail. So just on this page, you can see that this is State Route 562. We have ramp work that leads to northbound and southbound I-75. This is I-75, and again, this is the ending of I-75 of our project at the 1010 bridge over the Mill Creek. So the purpose of this project is to increase capacity, improve safety through the reduction of the frequency and severity of crashes, and to upgrade geometry to meet current standards within the project limits. Our current estimate for construction cost is $140 million. So again, this is just another overview of the project area. There is some work over here on the Norwood Lateral, State Route 562, but mainly it's work along I-75. So project work will include full depth pavement replacement, reconstruction of 11 ramps, construction of 4 roadway, 1 pedestrian, and 3 railroad bridges, construction of noise walls and retaining walls, water work, storm sewer systems, culvert rehabilitation, BMP structures, ITS, lighting, and traffic signals. The sale date is scheduled for May 5th, 2022, with award on 5/16, and approximate construction start date would be in August, with a completion date is of 7/1/2026. So to dive into our large quantities on this project, under roadway, we have flexible pavement 442, we have 25,000 cubic yards, 452 concrete pavement, 23,000 square yards, 254 pavement planing, 40 1,000 square yards. Roadway and pavement work, estimated cost is about 40 million. Under structures, we have the following roadway bridges. So HAM 562-0004 is a 3-span continuous steel girder bridge. And then on I-75, we have HAM 75-0791, which is a 1-span steel girder bridge. HAM 75-0823, which is a 1-span pre-stressed I-beam bridge. And HAM 75-0857, which is a 1-span steel beam bridge. We also have a pedestrian bridge going over I-75. That's HAM 75-0992, which is a 2-span prefabricated steel pony truss. We have 3 railroad bridges. One that goes over the Norwood Lateral, State Route 562-0026, 2 simple span steel deck girder bridges. HAM 75-0832, 2 simple span steel deck girder bridge. And HAM 75 Prosser, goes over Prosser Avenue, is a 1 simple span steel deck girder bridge. Total bridge work is estimated to cost about 45 million. We have soldier pile walls, cast in place walls, and MSE walls. Wall work is estimated at 19 million. For drainage and erosion control, we have item 611 drainage items for various conduits and drainage structures. Item 690 is a pump station. Item 659 and 832, erosion control and stormwater pollution prevention. Total for drainage and erosion control is about 19 million. ITS, traffic control, signals, and lighting. So for ITS, we'd have CCTV, VDS, DMS, ramp meters, fiber trunk. We have 644 pavement markings. We have 630 sign and supports, 625 lighting and signals. Total cost for these categories of work is about 6.2 million. Maintenance of traffic, 614 maintaining traffic. The project's at about 8 million. For engineering and surveying services, the project has 623 construction layout, stakes and surveying, 878 inspection and compaction of unbound materials, and 690 consultant for concrete testing. For these services, we have an estimated cost of 1.3 million. And James, I'll kick this back over to you for the DBE goal.
The DBE goal is 11% for this project. And like the others listed, that contains proposal note number 13, as they're all bidders should submit for the primes a DBE utilization plan at the time of bid for specific information demonstrating how that bidder will use the DBE to meet their goals. So if you have any questions concerning that, please feel free to do so by contacting me from the information that was provided earlier. Thank you.
So any pre-bid questions can be submitted on the pre-bid site. As I mentioned before, this project is being advertised now, so you can go ahead and upload your pre-bid questions right now. Thank you for attending. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask now or type into the chat.
Okay, there's actually just the question box. We don't have a chat available for.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, but we're not seeing any questions in the question box as of yet. So what I'm going to do is go on to our next presenter, who is Tony, and we will be happy to circle back around if any other questions are submitted. So Tony, I'm going to go ahead and make you the presenter now. And if you'll introduce yourself once you get your screen going here. Thanks. Okay, we're seeing it full screen. Looks good, Tony.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Tony Bensman, District 7 Consultant Contracts Manager and Project Manager for these 2 I-75 major pavement replacement projects that I'm presenting on. District 7 covers 9 counties located in Western Ohio, 4,600 lane miles, 1,300 bridges, and we have a calendar year 2022 program of 60 projects and $150 million. Key members of the project team, myself as the ODOT project manager, Kevin Karras of Arcadis was our design project manager. Jackie Nickel is the construction area engineer, and Sam Stein will be the construction project manager. Here's a location map of the project, south of Dayton, basically West Carrollton up to inside the city of Dayton limits. Schematic sheet shows our limits of maintenance of traffic and mill and fill south of Alex Bell Road. Our pavement replacement actually starts north of the Hulls Creek Bridge and heads north. Under the East River Road overpass. The majority of the project is it's 6-lane with a wide median, but we do get into the 6-lane divided with concrete barrier. Project continues through the Dryden Road interchange. The major pavement replacement ends at the railroad bridge, State Route 741 bridge here. And we do have mill and fill and median barrier work up through the river bridge and extending past the University of Dayton. And we're actually utilizing a crossover that's currently being used on a construction project between Chapel Road and Stewart Street. So the purpose of the project is to replace the aging composite pavement with a full depth flexible pavement. Per ODOT policy, the Dryden Road interchange ramps will be replaced with concrete pavement. Our estimated construction cost is $32 million. The work includes full depth pavement replacement of mainline Interstate Route 75 with asphalt, which is rare to interstate projects these days, is no subgrade mitigation is required, no chemical stabilization. We are reconstructing the Dryden Road interchange ramp pavement. We have drainage, lighting, and signage work, and some bridge deck patching of mainline structures. I want to point out that item 203, embankment as per plan, we have designated a few areas within the Dryden Road interchange where we can dispose of concrete pavement waste to build these areas up, potentially eliminating guardrail. We have a sale date of July 14th and estimated begin work of August 22nd to construct crossovers and get the project ready for pavement replacement in 2023. We have an estimated end work date of July 30th, 2025, but we are offering a $300,000 lump sum incentive for critical work that is completed by October 1st of 2024. And this incentive will reduce by $10,000 a day after 10/1/24, basically to November 1st of 24. Major items of work, we have asphalt pavement, 23,000 cubic yards, concrete pavement, 16,000 square yards, asphalt concrete base of 51,000 cubic yards, and of course some aggregate base. Our roadway and pavement work estimated cost is $18 million. We have various item 611 drainage conduits and structures, we have 115,000 linear feet of under drains, 659 and 832 items. The drainage and erosion control work is estimated at $2 million. Bridge traffic control and lighting work. The bridge work is pretty much just bridge deck patching of mainline structures, estimated cost of $1.5 million. Pavement marking, signage, and lighting, estimated cost of $1.5 million. Maintenance of traffic, we're using a hybrid part with construction contraflow MOT scheme. Obviously, we'll need ramp closures at Dryden Road interchange to construct the new concrete pavement ramps. And as I noted, we'll reuse the northern crossover just south of Stewart Street, currently being used on our construction project 341 of 20, which is the River Bridge and the Edwin C. Moses Bridge project. Estimated maintenance of traffic work is $5 million. James?
So currently the DBE goal has not been determined at this time because it is for a future project. But please continue to check the upcoming projects listed on our website, where the goal will be presented prior to the bid date provided. And again, as you are looking, or if you plan to attend the matchmaker, please market your services either to the prime who may be bidding on this project, so that you may get onto their utilization plan for at the time of bid, so they can achieve the DBE goal. So thank you, Tony.
And here's the link for pre-bid questions, and a link for the proposal and the plans once they're available. And any questions?
There are no questions currently. So you have a second presentation, correct?
Yep, I'm booting it up.
All right. Well, maybe they'll put some questions in the question box before you complete this presentation. All yours.
Okay, the second project is MOT 75 1474, PID 107376. Same information here, 9 counties, 60 projects, $150 million. Project team, myself as the ODOT project manager, Daniel Baugh with Jacobs Engineering was the consultant project manager. Jackie Nickel will be our construction area engineer, and Mitchell Weichert is the construction project manager. This project is north of Dayton, basically from the State Route 4 interchange north to just north of Needmore Road interchange. So we'll have resurfacing into the State Route 4 interchange. The project will go north. Basically, the pavement replacement will start just south of Leo Street. We have work at the Stanley Avenue interchange. Continue north, we have work at the Wagner Ford, Steventhaler Avenue interchange. And the major pavement replacement will end just south of the Needmore Road interchange, but our crossover will be north of the interchange, so we do have some cleanup, mill and fill north of the interchange. The purpose of the project is to replace the aging composite pavement with a full depth flexible pavement. Per ODOT policy, the Wagner Ford interchange ramps will be replaced with concrete pavement. Only one of the Stanley Avenue ramps will be replaced with concrete pavement. The other 3 ramps were replaced less than 12 years old, and we decided we were going to keep that flexible pavement in place. Estimated construction cost of $26 million. The work includes full depth pavement replacement of mainline IR-75 with asphalt, including a cement stabilized subgrade treatment, reconstruction of ramp pavement at Wagner Ford Interchange and Stanley Avenue, drainage, lighting, and signage work, and bridge work. We have a sale of June 30th, estimated begin work of August 15th, estimated end work of July 30th of 2025. And again, we are offering the $300,000 lump sum incentive for work completed by October of 2024. Roadway and pavement work, we have 20,000 cubic yards of asphalt work, 11,000 square yards of concrete pavement, 37,000 cubic yards of asphalt concrete base, and 30,000 cubic yards of aggregate base. Our roadway and pavement work estimated cost is $15 million. We have various drainage, conduits and structures, 90,000 linear feet of under drains, seeding and erosion control items, estimated cost of $2 million. Pavement marking, signage, and lighting, estimated cost of $2.5 million. We have various items of bridge work on our mainline structures. It varies from bridge deck patching, substructure patching, widening of approach slabs, replacing expansion joints, modifying expansion joints. The bridge work estimated cost came out to $1 million. We're going to use a contraflow MOT scheme. Ramp closures at Stanley Avenue and Wagner Ford interchanges will be used with time limits. Crossovers to be located just north of the Kiowee Street and just north of the Needmore Road interchange. Our maintenance of traffic estimated cost is $4 million. James?
Yes, thank you, Tony. And if you guys have been paying attention, there are several ways to get information about the DBE goals on these projects. Either look at the upcoming projects. You can contact your outreach manager. You can also contact your project manager when this comes closer to bid time. You can also sign up in the outreach webpage to get newsletters or get information about DBE goals. So there's several ways to get goal information about these projects. Also, you can look up information to find what other proposal notes, including proposal note number 13, about the utilization plan. So thank you, Tony, for presenting. And if you have any questions concerning DBE, please contact your outreach manager, myself. And then if there's pre-bid questions, feel free to utilize the links shown.
Any questions?
No questions. Looks like you guys did a very thorough job. And if they do have any questions after we wrap up today, the presentations actually are in the handout section of the GoToWebinar box. And we'll be emailing those out to everybody who attended after the fact as well. So you'll be able to get the links to submit any pre-bid questions from the presentations. I believe that wraps things up, correct, James?
Sorry, I'll put myself on mute, but yes, that is correct. As mentioned before, a matchmaker for these presentations is currently scheduled for the 22nd. DBEs who are interested in matchmaking, and primes alike will receive information from our supportive services group, CEI. So please be on the lookout for that information on how you can attend the matchmaker and utilize that program to market your services, to work with primes who anticipate bidding on the projects that were shown today. So thank you for attending, all those attending. And again, please be sure to provide any questions that you might have either in the questions box or to your outreach managers that were shown in those areas, or you can contact the project manager specifically if indeed you have specific questions pertaining to those projects. So thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We're going to go ahead and end the webinar now. Have a good afternoon.